Welcome to AdventureSphere. This channel is dedicated to missing people who are missing with a vehicle. In the process of creating this database, we are creating a volunteer sonar search and recovery dive team to search for the people featured on our channel. Our services are free of charge. We ask you to consider subscribing, watch our content, and help spread awareness of our endeavor. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can be reached by dialing 988 or 1-800-273-8255. Theresa A. Kawash, then 36, is missing from Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Her last date of contact was Sunday, July 4th, 1982, and was reported missing July 7th, 1982. Theresa drives a gold 1997 Datsun 280Z with New Jersey license plates 338 GIY. The Englewood Cliffs Police Department is investigating. They can be reached at 201-569-8300. Theresa's case number is 11498F12. Her birth date is November 20th, 1945. At the time of this recording, she would be 77 years old today. When she disappeared, she was wearing a jade necklace, so that's something to think about. So the morning of July 4th, Theresa's husband heard her call out to her daughter at 8 a.m., but he didn't see her himself. At 8:30, he and their daughter left, and Theresa's car was parked in the garage. When they returned home at 11:30 p.m., Theresa and her car were gone. She left recently laundered clothes behind, and the fridge was stocked with food. Theresa filed for a divorce in January of 1981. They continued to live in the same home, but led largely separate lives. Both were seeing other people. Theresa vanished when the divorce was nearly finalized. They agreed on a financial settlement, and she was to receive in excess of $250,000. Theresa was looking forward to her new life. She was seeing a Norwegian man and planned to move to Norway with her 10-year-old daughter and remarry. Her husband, however, planned to challenge her in court if she tried to take their daughter out of the country. The custody hearing was scheduled for about a month after she had disappeared. In March of 1983, 9 months after her disappearance, the divorce was finalized, and she was given custody of their daughter in spite of being missing. Let's see here. So there's no evidence that Theresa traveled to Norway after her disappearance, and her passport was left behind. She is the oldest of 8 children and is described as a responsible individual and a devoted mother. She worked as a beautician and enjoyed collecting antiques, designing and sewing Victorian-style clothing. She often wore heavy makeup, and clothes would range anywhere from the Victorian era to punk. Theresa's loved ones never thought she would have left on her own accord without telling anyone. Her husband, Edmund Kawash, took their daughter on a day trip to Pennsylvania on the 4th of July and got home about 11:30. They did own a home in Wyckoff, New Jersey, but I believed that might be from earlier in the relationship, and Edmund was a really good hairstylist. He co-owned several salons in the area, and I think that might have been why they moved closer to the Englewood Cliffs there. Let's see here. So Theresa's father, Joseph Bilecki, passed away June 16, 2008. He's interred at the Holy Cross Cemetery. And then Theresa's ex-husband, Edward, had passed away June 5th, 2016. They had children. He has children, Kelly Kawash, I think that's his daughter with Theresa, and Anthony Montagna. I'm sorry, Anthony, if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Let's see. So he was a hairstylist a number of years, co-owner of several salons, and he was also a U.S. Army veteran. The day that Theresa went missing, the high was 76 degrees and the low was 58. There was no precipitation. I'm wondering if she might have just gone out that night to see the fireworks and maybe something happened on the way home. I'm hoping, it's sad to think about regardless, but Yeah, we'll look for her. So I do have some questions if her friends or family see this and can shed any light on my questions here to help reduce our search area and hopefully have a better success rate of bringing her home for them. What was her work and home addresses and places that she liked to frequent? Did she take any time off? Was she working with Edward, or were they planning to work separately as well? Was she into volunteering, church, any hobbies aside from the antiquing or other group activities that she would participate in? Would she prefer to go out or stay home? I'm thinking probably going out. Was she an early bird or a night owl? Did she give any possessions away in the month or two before she disappeared? Does she prefer to drive on main roads or back roads? Was she accustomed to driving at night? Was there any road construction in the area that would have required her to take detours into areas that were unfamiliar to her? It's possible it could have taken her past some water and she wouldn't have realized it was there and just drove off the road not realizing. Were the license plate readers checked by law enforcement? Did she put any calls into AAA, her mechanic, or her car insurance in the day or two before she went missing? Were there any items that she always carried with her or always wore, like the jade necklace, any other jewelry, another ring perhaps? Was she diagnosed with a bladder infection or a urinary tract infection within 3 days of going missing? And then did she have any other health issues, such as diabetic? Did she have seizures? How was her vision? And then what was the place of her last verified financial transaction, as well as the date and time? Oh, and then did she carry a gun or a knife? It would be good to know. So if we are able to locate her vehicle underwater, I want to make sure that we're very thorough and retrieve anything that we can give back to the family or law enforcement. So the places I'm going to mention next are shared with my blessing, so Theresa can be reunited with her family regardless who higher powers work through. The description box has our email address if you'd like to share insight on any case, know someone missing with a vehicle and would like them featured on our channel and searched for, or to donate equipment. The video of Google Earth has a measurement from our current best starting location, which is just Englewood Cliffs, and it goes out to possible search areas. We focus on bodies of water within 5 miles of their last known location and within 5 miles of their destination. If an area has been heavily searched, we may expand the search area, but please keep in mind that accidents tend to happen closer to home. So the Hudson River is very close. I'm also very curious about the Rockefeller Lookout. It looks over the Hudson, and I wonder if she might have parked there. The car thought she might have been parking it and hit the gas, or tried to go in reverse and hit the gas and went over the cliff. Something to think about. There's Cooper's Pond, the Hackensack River, Indian Lake, Willow Lake, Overpeck Creek, the James J. Braddock North Hudson County Park. Then there's the bridge that goes over the Hudson to the Harlem River area, and Miller's Pond. If you'd like to help Theresa's family find her, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and ring the notification bell to receive progress reports. I'll let the video play out here for another 40 seconds or so you can see the entire search area. If you see something that I missed, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and remember that we love you.